So you get what I'm saying, right? Like I don't know how they can be playing that way when they showed that they're freaking like they have potential. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know how.
But we'll talk about that right now. What's up, guys? My name's Rene Garza Jr.
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
and welcome to another episode of Tailgate 956, a sport show where we cover sports across the valley and the Lone Star State. And before we begin, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. Looking for a great read? Make your next comic book Apogee. See them all on their social media sites and also on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Yeah, like Rick's Auto Shop. Yeah, I heard they were opening up another one, like another location. They're
Yeah.
only in that street.
Well, he's actually trying to go ahead and open up another one, but he has like that shop. He can't manage both of them. So, but he's trying to go ahead. He has so much business. So yeah.
So that only street on what was that street?
Indiana.
On Indiana Street in Brownsville,
Yeah,
right?
Brownsville.
Oh, okay, Indiana Street in Brownsville.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's getting a lot of work.
Yeah,
he's getting a lot of work.
Because that was also Indiana Street. I heard he was opening up one in Boca Chica Street.
He wanted to go ahead and expand because he was the same reason to alleviate work, but he's having a tough time right there with all the everything. He doesn't want to take away business too from that.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, guys, if you're looking for any car needs, if you have your vehicle, take it to Rick's Auto on Indiana Street in Brownsville. Now, back to my angry rant that we were talking about off camera with the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, on a good note,
all right,
they stopped their losing streak. They put an end to that losing streak. An 18-game losing streak, sorry.
But it seems like they're going to start it up again, though.
On a sad note, down another losing streak.
Let's see how long they go for. Maybe 20 games.
Let's see how long this one lasts.
I don't know what's wrong. Like, that game, like, it was phenomenal. Vassell, when the rest of them, like, college, everyone was on fire. Everyone was on fire. They played the way they should have been playing since they faced off against the Rockets and also like it's just very
frustrating.
It's frustrating, yeah.
How I mean, maybe it's time to start thinking about changing the formula a little bit. You need to go ahead and learn about with these losses. You need to learn from them, and maybe it's time to go ahead and start thinking about changing some key players or players. Maybe with the formula, mess with it, and maybe it's just everything. Get the right mix.
You know what? Yeah, I agree with you for the same fact that something isn't right. Something isn't right. And Coach Popovich, he's in denial about where this team's going. Like he's all like, oh no, they're a young team, they're a rookie team and whatnot and all that. Blah blah blah. No, they'll win and all. Yet the preseason, there was this whole fire that they're going to be dominating the NBA, but that just went up in smoke. That fire just went up in smoke. Poof, gone.
And clearly, I mean, with these losing streaks that they're continuing on, I mean, it's not looking good. It's not looking very well. I mean, they're a promising team, like you said, and one could only have predicted that they were going to do great.
Yeah.
If at minimum, great.
Yeah.
But I mean, these losses. You have to learn from them. You cannot let them go to waste. A loss is only a loss if you don't learn from them.
Yeah. And it's obviously that they're not learning. It's not. People are saying, oh, no, it's a tanking season. Well, if it was, then why did they win that game?
Yeah.
Why did they try their hardest?
Mm-hmm.
Like, judging by the stats and the points that they got, Victor Wembanyama, Vassell, and everybody else, like they're determined to win.
Yeah.
Determined to win, yeah. So tanking seasons like that, I'm no, take that off the table. That's not a tanking season. Something's going wrong with this team.
Maybe they just need the chemistry's not there yet, or they're figuring out the form. Maybe they're just figuring it out. Maybe here they come here next season, and they completely dominate. Maybe they're just figuring it out. Barely.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe trying to put in the right mix, the correct amount of threes, the amount of in the paint, because I think maybe they're trying too much on those threes, not enough on the paint.
Yeah, probably so. But something needs to change.
Yeah,
something needs to change, or somebody needs to get traded. Something needs to go. Something needs to happen, and soon. Otherwise, this season is gonna go down the old tube.
Well, yeah, like I said, I mean it won't be a complete loss as long as you use those and learn from them. Learn
Yeah,
from all those games, learn from everything,
yeah,
and I mean, we one can hope and one can see that these players grow from these losses,
yeah,
so they can go ahead and become better players, and maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need this season to go ahead and get those many losses for next season to become an undefeated team.
So you would think the season should they should continue again with the losses and just let this season go belly up.
It's tough because they're a new team. I mean, I wouldn't lay that off the table. Honestly, I wouldn't lay off the table. Now to save this season, depending on what owner or the owner would want to do, and maybe even the coaching or what they decide to do, if they want to save this season,
Yeah,
if they want to focus on this season, better yet, I would say trade players and try to go ahead and get the formula right now, get it to work faster,
yeah,
and get it up and running, get the fire on all six cylinders, all eight cylinders.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But if you want to play the long game, I think that these players could be very successful. Like they're really good, a good team, and maybe they just need a little bit more time. But I will say, if you have the same thing happening next season, that and something screaming out, yeah, this
yeah.
is
This
not
is
gonna
not gonna
happen.
happen. Yeah,
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 but I'm willing to go ahead and take a bet on these guys and maybe even see that if you give them this season, play the long game, they might surprise you next season.
yeah. Like moving on to the other basketball team, the Houston Rockets.
Mm.
That's another one that is scaring me right now because they're on a 3-game losing streak.
They're pretty good, dominating in where they need to be, and doing good. But this 3 game we're losing streak
I
right
know,
now.
I know.
Don't make me look like the Spurs.
Maybe they were watching too many.
Don't watch the Spurs now.
Exactly, exactly. Say, go man, league, bro. Hey guys, you guys are doing great. Like hopefully tonight, both the Spurs and Rockets dominate their opposing teams. That's what I'm hoping for.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that they should. I mean, Houston's a great team. Great team.
This season they've been phenomenal. They've been dominating.
Yes,
And
and
just
something that
having
you can
faith.
kind of tell on,
Yeah,
at least on Houston.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
definitely. And also when it comes to the Mavericks, another
Yeah.
another sleep like another giant of Texas in the
And they
basketball court.
they do fun. Their record screams phenomenally, and they are doing great. But they're very inconsistent. They're very just inconsistent. They're all over the place.
They're all over
Wins, losses, and
Yeah,
everything.
they get like 2 wins, and then I don't know where they go because they're going a 4 streak, and then they're like 5-game winning streak, and then that one loss. Come on, guys, you're killing us.
When I expect the win, I'm like, what? They lost?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, they're gonna have the work cut off for him. I don't know for how many games, but
Oh,
they're
really?
gonna have their work cut off for him. Luca's out with an injury, and I don't know how long he's gonna be out. At least for a couple of games. So the Mavericks are gonna be out without their star player, and that's gonna test the team quite a bit.
That's pretty much like have everybody else, step up to the plate.
The players are gonna have to step up. Yep,
Yeah.
step up to the plate and try to go ahead and see. It's gonna test the team. It will go ahead and test them.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, before we go on to our next sport, let's give another shout out to our sponsors.
Alrighty.
Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. And if you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit all their social media sites and also their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Exactly. All the repair needs and all those windshield wiper and oil changes that we need.
Your honey don't do.
Well, jumping into Valley Sports, how about them Vipers?
They remind me of the Houston right now. Come on, man.
I know.
They're doing great. They're a great team.
Yeah,
Don't get me
it's been a
wrong.
great season so far.
Great
Yeah,
season. Yeah. I mean, hey, the season, like you said, for one, it's not over.
No, it's
And
not.
second, even right now, so far, they're doing great. They're doing great.
Yeah.
Tough loss.
Tough loss. It was a tough loss tonight. Tough
loss tonight.
Against the Memphis House, but it's okay.
Yes, it's all right. It's all good.
It's all right.
Still got a long
Because
way to go.
on the 28th, they're going up against the Ignite and beginning again that winning streak.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to
No doubt.
going to that game, brother.
We need to come out, and again, everybody needs to come out and support the
Yes,
Vipers.
support the local Valley sports. Come out there and support the team, guys. They're an awesome team and awesome players and awesome organization.
Nonetheless, our team.
Well, yeah, especially the Valley
team.
team.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And on a sad note, the RGV Toros are no longer a soccer team here in the Valley.
Disappointing. This is why we need to support our local teams.
Yeah.
You know, we need to support them. I mean, hey, they're not always gonna be probably the best. I mean, the Vipers are surprising. Don't get me wrong, and not to put other teams, but like we need to support them. We want this stuff around the Valley.
And they were a great
Sports,
team.
yeah.
Also, great team too as well.
Yes, it's fun for your family, kids. It's nice to have it around here.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're no longer a soccer team. So the HEB Park went up for grabs, and congratulations to the UTRGV football team.
Yes, which we'll be talking about them
pretty soon on 2025.
Yes.
We'll see if it gets started. Oh,
yes,
I'm ramped up because they're like, they're getting some good people.
A football team here in the Valley, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Yeah, I know a lot of people ask for that.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Definitely. And we need to, like I said, support. Yep. Need to support them.
Yeah, definitely. And when it comes to soccer as well.
Oh, yes.
Congratulate. What team was it? The America?
Yes, America for their championship win.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes, on La Liga Mexicana.
Yeah, awesome.
Champions.
Yeah.
Go America.
Yeah. Well, speaking of football, how about them Texans, boy?
Oh, man. They were tested. They were tested.
Bro.
They were tested.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you, but I was like, man. I will say, I thought this game was an L. I thought we were gonna take an L in this game.
Oh
but
man, I was so scared of that because they were using their second string and their third string quarterbacks. I'm like, come on, guys, you're killing me.
It was like wow. And I even talked to my uncle Philip about this, and if he watches this, he was telling me.
Uncle Philip?
He was out. Yeah, shout out to my Uncle Philip.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, and he was telling me, and why do you think they chose the third stringer to start instead of the second stringer? And I mean, he made it the point, and I'm like, the only reason I would say was veteranship, and it was the coach, what the coach, of course, sees on what strategy he wanted to go with.
Yeah.
And going on this note, a big wow to the coach. I mean, without a game without CJ, winning that game, going in there with also the injuries that they had. I mean, his strategy that goes on his part. That's on his part. That's a big thing on his part.
Definitely. Singletary was one of the key ingredients. Oh,
he stepped up.
Definitely.
He stepped up.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. He put a big part of the team on his shoulder, and he definitely ran with it.
Oh yeah.
He definitely ran on overtime. As well. He didn't stop. In overtime. In overtime, he kept on going, and that's another thing that we talked about the coaching too. Because we said that if they win this game, a big thing was the coach, because of his strategies, how he plays, and he had to change his way of play designs and all that for his quarterback, and put the running plan. Singletary put more plays on his shoulders too.
Definitely.
And like he didn't disappoint.
No, definitely.
Neither one of them.
And they beat the frauds, the Tennessee Oilers. No, it's the Texas Oilers. Give those jerseys back. Give those jerseys. There's Houston's colors. Give them back.
Oh, yes. That's another thing he told me. It was like, what? That, and it's true. I mean, it was kind of a slap in the face wearing that. It felt like a big slap in the face. But you know what? Who got that last slap? Who got that?
Give him right back. Give him right back.
Tell between the legs. Yeah, tell between the legs.
Yep, exactly.
Who got the last lap? Texas. And big. I mean, I will say big win. Not only because of where the season is right now, where their team is right now, and they need every win.
Yeah.
But just the fact that they were able to do it with the injuries that they have,
Mhm.
and like I said, without CJ,
Yeah.
I mean, wow, phenomenal.
And from what I read from the injury report, I think CJ's still going to be out for the next game. Actually, when they go up against Cleveland.
They still have him on. I believe they have him like, yeah, that he's still out.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're gonna go ahead and leave it like that. But he might. I mean, very thin, but he might play next game. He might not.
Hopefully, because Cleveland's no joke.
No, no, they've
They've
taken
been good
out.
this season. Yeah, they've been about broken, but like they're still tough.
I
They're still
mean,
tough.
you know what? They are tough, but you know what? These Texans, they've surprised me already so much.
Yeah.
I mean, how can I say, like, you know what? I believe that they're gonna get an L when, I mean, they've surprised me already this
Yeah,
much.
like I was already a fan of this team, but like
Hmm.
this season has won
No,
me over into like a bigger fan of the Houston Texans.
no, I'm not gonna lie. They have come up. They have, man, you know what I mean. They've surprised me a lot this season.
Yeah.
Come up big.
Yeah.
Come
So
up big.
we're looking forward to that game on Sundays. That's for
Yeah, going in as an underdog again and
Yeah.
coming out on top.
sure. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take my team the Texans right now because they've been counted as the underdog so many times. I mean, yeah,
And they
kinda,
prove themselves.
and they prove
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. I think they're gonna make it to the wild card, and I think they'll go far in the playoffs.
I cannot, like I said, I cannot deny that, and I cannot say no. How can they not? The way they're playing,
Yeah.
the way they're playing, so it's amazing.
Definitely. All right. Well, how about them Cowboys, my
Well,
brother?
there you go, and another disappointing loss.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, there's many things, a lot of things you have to think about, and I've kind of put myself in this situation as a fan. I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I stop and think. What would a person do? A coach, on top of that, even a GM
Yeah.
of a team, that the two teams that needed to lose, be- uh, you found out right before you played, they lost. You already clinched. On top of that, you still have 4 more games. I mean, are you gonna risk your players? Too. I don't know. I kind of didn't see them play as they should have, and maybe there was something regarding that. Maybe they were trying to hold back and trying to prevent injuries. I mean, look what happened to Zach Martin.
Yeah.
Right there. And although I kind of have a feeling that was kind of, a little bit, down and through, dirty,
Yeah.
because he stood up for Dak. They kind of, well, did that, and it thankfully is not a big injury.
No, it's not.
Imagine if it could have been worse. I mean, look at the Ravens. Look what happened with the Ravens.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw the clip of that. Oh man, it's never good seeing a player get hurt, especially in that manner.
And right now, what are you gonna do in their position? Mm-hmm. What would you do in their position? And going into the playoffs like that?
Yeah.
That's the thing that we need to watch out, and that's one of the things. And if they did, I don't want to say give up the game, but if they didn't give it, yes, I mean, because of course, all the Cowboy haters gonna come and whatever. But you gotta stop and think. You know what? As honestly, to prevent right now, it's the long game. The Eagles have a better schedule right now. Mm-hmm. The 49ers more than likely, I mean, are gonna take the whole NFC.
Yeah.
So I really don't see a benefit for the Cowboys to struggle all the way. Even if they get all the wins, I feel like they're at a loss. They're at the low percentage of it all.
Yeah.
So I don't see a benefit. And if I don't see a benefit, I'm sure they do. I mean, they've plugged in numbers, I'm sure, and they've seen every. I mean, you can see the numbers that we have the lowest percentage. I believe 33 was ours, for us to make it and to win the division, but to even lower to win the NFC.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean with the against the 49ers, because they're a tough team. I'm not gonna lie, they're a tough team right now. They're doing good. And you know what I mean? And can we win the division against the Eagles? Yeah, I feel like we could. But I feel like they want to play the long game.
Mm,
We need to go ahead and change things and look at the bigger picture in the playoffs.
yeah,
So much things have been told about the Cowboys.
yeah,
They can't do anything in the playoffs. Maybe that's why it's time we focus. We already clinched.
yeah,
Focus on the playoffs. The only bad thing is that you try telling a fan that
yeah.
they're not gonna like it. I mean, even
Yeah.
me, it angers me a little bit
Oh
that
yeah,
they're
me
not
too. Yeah,
trying.
it stings. Yeah, it
It
stings. You're like,
stings,
oh
and
man.
those losses still sting.
And the proof is right there. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah, you can tell. Like, yeah,
Exactly, and
'cause,
then
like the way they
know,
played against Buffalo, like,
I didn't. I'm sorry, but I that didn't. I, maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it is a Cowboy fan in me, but I did not see them playing at all.
no,
They were not playing at
and
all.
that made me like, yeah, like they didn't play at all.
Do I see their stats even before this on away games? Yes,
Yeah,
but I just felt like it wasn't the same. It just wasn't. It just wasn't the same.
yeah,
I didn't feel that the team was all there, and I feel that there was something else behind it, and I feel and I say it's a strategy. But you know what? At the end of the day, at the end of the season, either way, we'll find out because you know what?
yeah,
In the playoffs, this is all doesn't matter. All
yeah,
this doesn't matter.
yeah,
No strategies of saving your players doesn't matter. In
yeah.
the playoffs, it's all or nothing.
Mm,
Right now, this is all
definitely.
theory, and you know what? If they're doing that, you know what? I'm fine with it because, like I said, we had the lowest percentage on winning the division. We have the lowest percentage to win the NFC on that side against the 49ers.
Mhm.
They have a better last sets of games than us. So I'm okay with it. As a fan though,
Yeah.
it does sting though, those losses. We'll see how we do against the Dolphins. I mean, you know what? Maybe the coach decides, you know what, we need this win, or maybe we still need to go ahead and show a little bit more. Maybe he decides to go ahead and give it all, or maybe he changes his mind. I don't know. Maybe, or maybe we'll just see another set of that. I mean, those kind of games with the Bills.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? No, I agree with you, and I think they are going to dominate the Dolphins because I've also read that before they played in Buffalo that most of them were a little bit sick. They had like a little stomach bug going around,
Nah, probably
especially
the
with the changing of season and all this holiday.
Parsons probably passed it on. Yeah.
Yeah, he got everybody sick.
Once you get one sick,
Everybody gets
everybody.
sick. Yeah, yeah. But that's another thing. I'm not making up excuses. Making
No.
up excuses like I'm a typical cowboy fan. Nah, screw you.
Come on.
Come on, man.
If you don't like the Cowboys, this is the wrong station for
Yeah,
you.
the wrong show for you guys. Oh, man. Well, before we get to the award ceremony,
Our award segment, award part.
yeah, let's give another shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. You're looking for a great read? Make your next comic book Apogee. Visit them all on your social media and also on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Awesome. Yes. Now, dun, 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 our ceremony segment, Tailgate 956, where we crown the ones that do great and do bad. Oh, knocking down mics. So to start off, let's start off with the bad news first.
Mm-hmm.
The Ponte Pilas award goes to, I feel like they're going to be a consistent.
Another consistent streak
Yeah.
of
The
losses.
San Antonio Spurs.
They're gonna continue getting this award.
Until they improve. And we filmed that one win, they wouldn't have been this kind of win.
I know. If it would have been, they're gonna continue it off of it.
Well, tonight, hey, maybe they might win against the Chicago Bulls.
Maybe they won't be on the next week's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
award segment.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Now, for the Esses Mijo Award goes to, drum roll, Freddie. Devin Singletary, running back for the Houston Texans.
They can like nobody can say no.
Like he was phenomenal. Like we said earlier, the rushing game, he put the whole team on his shoulders and proved without a shadow of a doubt that the Oilers jerseys belongs in Houston.
Yes, he went ahead and shut him out.
Yes.
He kept on running, and man, great game,
Yes, great
great
game.
game,
Great game. Great.
man.
Even all the way through overtime, but it was still a great game.
Yep.
Well, guys, that's about wraps up another episode of Tailgate 956. I'm Rene Garza Jr.,
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
and we'll see you at the next tailgate. How about we continue over there on tailgate right there to the next restaurant? I am hungry, brother.
You got it.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Hopefully the Astros and Rangers have something better. Oh,
Baseball season.
oh man, I'm looking forward to that.